Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dal, and in today's video I got some big updates, some for 9.1.5, but the biggest one of them all is MAGE Tower finally hitting PTR. However, it's very limited. If you have any interest in trying out the MAGE Tower ahead of time, testing it to make sure it properly works, or even just getting a first glimpse of it, if you've never played Legion before, PTR will be the perfect time to do it, as they're going to have MAGE Tower testable for 24 hours starting on Thursday. We got even more updates when it comes to trying to catch up our old characters by smaller updates, and it seems as these updates keep getting smaller and smaller. It just inches that 9.1.5 update to finally release very soon. Hopefully we'll get an announcement at some point this week or next week. As well as Blizzard actually making some changes to classic WoW by adding new modes for players to play, especially since they've been doing the seasons testing, the seasons of mastery, where they're actually changing the way that classic WoW plays in order to hopefully get more people to get back on board and try some of the new rules. As per always, if you guys enjoy these videos but are not subscribed, and that seems like it's majority of you, hit subscribe, hit the bell, helps out the channel tremendously, and you watch these videos anyway, you might as well subscribe. Anyway, let's dive into these updates. So a smaller update that was added is for any of your old characters or even your mains that are going to be swapping covenants once 9.1.5 hits, is another opportunity to be able to catch up some of your different followers if you do play the table missions. The table missions can be useful in terms of getting some of the different reputations, gold, as well as maybe even rating materials, as well as other rewards. So if you're someone who engages into multiple missions and maybe wants to be a completionist across multiple covenants, at least you can start a lot of your followers at level 30, which is a lot better than having to start them at level 1 and then grinding them slowly but surely over time. Also very useful if you are going to be swapping around covenants and you're going to have to regrind those followers all over again if the mission tables is something you use regularly, either for gold gains or other resources. It might be a good idea to download PTR starting now as of making this video, because PTR is going to finally have the MAGE Tower dropping, but only for 24 hours. The MAGE Tower is an exciting bit of content that came out back in Legion, and with Legion time walking being a thing that Blizzard is adding into the game when patch 9.1.5 hits, you'll finally be able to dive into the MAGE Tower, try out some of the variety of different challenges for it, unlock a variety of different customization sets. There's even something special for all of you Guardian Druids, as well as a mount for completing one of every challenge. And if you do one challenge on every single class in the game, every single spec, there's even a special achievement for all of you that are going to be grinding sweaty inside of the tower. So Legion and the tower is one of those exciting things that's coming out, together with time walking as well as a variety of different customizations. And finally, the MAGE Tower is going to be testable on PTR. A lot of us have been waiting, just how long is it going to be until it's available. It looks like Legion MAGE Tower is going to be testable starting Thursday 11 AM Pacific daytime, so like the west coast of US, and ending on a Friday 10 AM Pacific daytime. For many of you in EU, by the time it's like mid-afternoonish, the PTR should have the MAGE Tower available, but only for 24 hours. Which gives players the opportunity to hop on a variety of different characters that you may want to copy over on PTR and test out the tower. I'm interested myself to find out a couple things. One, if there's going to be any kind of scaling with the tower, because this is supposed to be, as Legion Time Walk-In will be a repeatable event in future WoW builds, as well as future WoW patches and even expansions after Shadowlands. So I'm wondering, how will this content stand the test of time, and what kind of scaling will be used in order to normalize the experience as we get into further updates. And I'm also wondering how difficult it's going to be, because at the time of Legion, this was quite a challenge for many, especially at the very start, and even for a lot of players towards the end of Legion, this was still a pretty challenging fight. If you knew the fight and you had a little bit of gear, there was a way to get around it, because there's always a trick that every class could use in order to make the fight slightly easier. But the excitement is definitely there. I've been waiting for the MAGE Tower to return and actually test it on PTR, and we'll finally be able to do so on a Thursday. It might be a good idea to preload PTR as early as possible and copy a couple characters over, maybe park him in the Legion Dalaran, since the MAGE Tower is not super far from there. I don't really know if they're going to use an NPC that ports you to the MAGE Tower, or if you simply go to the physical MAGE Tower and enter it like you did back in Legion. However, if you have a hard time downloading PTR or navigating your way to be able to copy a character on PTR, we'll also be testing out some of these fights ourselves on this channel on Thursday, live streaming it all. So if you guys are interested, check out what the fights are, but cannot get on PTR for one reason or another and still want to see some of these fights, we'll be trying a variety of different classes and specs to see how some of these fights hold up. So you guys are more than welcome to join in live stream, because we'll be testing as much as we can for however long this mage tower is available and gathering as much footage as we can from our experience. For Classic World of Warcraft, they've been doing a couple updates for Season of Mastery beta, and it looks like Classic WoW is getting its official support for a hardcore challenge. Season of Mastery essentially is a version of World of Warcraft Classic that has a seasonal spin to it, where Blizzard is getting a bit more creative with some of the different rules. Now, it plays like Classic in terms of the classes, but there are some things that are different, like you get more experience when you're questing, so your leveling speed is a lot faster. They're also going to roll out the different raids and dungeons and all the seasonal stuff for Classic as it came out originally, but at a way faster pace, since you're going to be able to level to max level way quicker, so you can experience it a lot faster. They also changed things like classes will have multiple debuffs they can put on an enemy, not just like 8 or 16 debuffs, so classes will maybe play slightly different in dungeons and raids. And now they added an NPC that will actually track your progress for a hardcore challenge, where you must level your character from low level to max without dying. For leveling to max level, you get this new animation of your character doing kind of like a flex while also turning to stone, so it has some unique aspect to it of a prestige or reward. But if you die as intended with the challenge, you get marked with a debuff, so then everybody can see whether you have passed the challenge if you hit max level or if you get debuffed along your journey. Challenges for World of Warcraft, especially leveling challenges, have always been a community thing. There's never been some kind of in-game support for it, and communities ran websites to track their characters, so then you put up a bunch of different rules and stipulations on your character, like the Iron Man challenge, for example, where you have to level your character usually without talents or without picking a spec, and getting only the worst gear, like grays, no greens, no blues, no purples, just grays, and try to see if you can hit max level on that character. And it's just always been a community personal challenge the players undertook, but there's always been community around these kind of challenges. There's even YouTube channels that spawned around these challenges as well, and players have a craving for stuff like that. And finally, it's getting some sort of support in the Classic beta version. This is cool because it makes you wonder what other support and what other challenges can Blizzard add in the future WoW, whether for Classic like the Season of Master Beta or even in retail at some point, since they are getting a bit more creative and doing some of the things that private servers have done before. So I wonder just how creative can they get with their game. Thank you all so much for watching this update video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts, and as always, I'll see you in the next video, and hopefully I'll also see you Thursday for the Mage Tower stream. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.